So, Gemini Man follows Will Smith as he struggles to retire from being an assassin for the American government, and along the way he meets a younger version of himself. So, going into this movie, I didn't know really what to expect, but knowing that Will Smith is an extremely enjoyable and charismatic lead as he is in the majority of his movies, the premise of this movie I found enjoyable to see. A young Will Smith versus an old Will Smith, I thought that also sounded incredibly enjoyable. But the director, I know he's done amazing things, but I've only seen him direct Hulk. Hulk's the only Ang Lee movie I've seen, so seeing Ang Lee's name, like, oh jeez, he did Hulk. I know he's done loads of other stuff, I haven't seen them, but just seeing that and my mind went straight to Hulk, I was like, oh, okay. So on that side of things, I was nervous, but Will Smith's chemistry kind of outweighed that directing, and I went to go see this movie. And Will Smith is, of course, the best part about this movie. Not only is he the best part for the older edition of Will Smith, but he also gives great performance as the younger Will Smith. But my only complaint with this whole Will Smith thing is, I guess nothing against him at all. I think he did do a great job, but the de-aging is fine, but he doesn't really look that different. Will Smith now doesn't really look as different as he did when he was 25. So I thought it would have been better if they got an actor like Stallone, who looks so much different than he was in Rocky, or Schwarzenegger looks so much different than he was in Terminator. So if you just take them, the age them, I think that would have been a lot better than having Will Smith, who doesn't really look that different than he actually does now. So if they took them, the age them, I think that would have been a lot better, just because the jump would have been so much bigger than the Will Smith, because he looks so similar. So I thought if they got Stallone or Schwarzenegger to age him, I thought that would have been a lot better as well. I like those actors a lot. I like Will Smith, but I prefer those two actors. I think I would have preferred to see another one of their movies in here than having Will Smith. I do enjoy Will Smith, but I think they would have been a lot better to be de-aged. And on the de-aging, it did really, really look like a younger Will Smith. It actually looked like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air Will Smith. It looked fine, looked brilliant. Every time he talked, that's when I could notice his mouth looked very off. It really did look like they got Will Smith's face in Fresh Prince, they had that there, and they just kind of copied and pasted the mouth from whatever dialogue the older Will Smith would have been doing onto the younger Will Smith, and it just looked very weird and off-putting. You could tell it actually wasn't someone talking. It did look kind of similar to the way Henry Cavill was talking in Justice League, just because that mouth, I was kind of focusing on that just because I knew that was one of the main things that they would have brought over from older Will Smith. And by looking at that, I didn't really stand up well. I thought it would have been a lot better, but for what it was kind of disappointing. And as well, the plot itself is extremely forgettable. When I came home and my mom was asking me what the movie was about, I was kind of struggling to tell her what happened, what everything was, because I couldn't really remember, and I only seen it about 3 hours before. So for a movie that didn't really have a lasting effect on me, wasn't really good. The action sequences, they were good, they were interesting, especially the last action sequence. It did remind me a good bit of the end of Rambo First Blood. But there's other action sequences throughout it which were not very memorable. They have Benedict Wong from Doctor Strange. He was a pleasant surprise to be in this movie. I don't know if he's in the trailers or not. Anyway, I might have spoiled that for you. But I enjoy seeing Benedict Wong in this movie because I enjoy him in most movies. But just the action sequences are good, and that's all it was. I remember the villain I can't really remember anything about. And the way this movie wraps up, it was a good conclusion, but for what the movie was, I was a bit underwhelmed. Overall, this isn't really a movie I'd say you absolutely have to rush out and see. Maybe it's one you're sitting at home, you're going through Netflix, and you see it and go, oh, haven't seen that, I'll watch it. But it's not one I'd say you have to go and see it in cinema or have to go see it open weekend. Of course, if you're a Will Smith fan, it's probably going to be an absolute must-see for you. But if you're not, it's not. I think if I didn't see it in cinema, I don't think I would have ever seen it, and I don't think it would have bothered me. But if you'd seen the movie, let me know if you liked it. If you didn't like it, let me know what you thought about the movie in general. Click subscribe so you can see other movie reviews just like this one. And as always, thanks for watching.